Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. As always, if you're enjoying the save, drop a like on the video, that'd be tremendous. Today, it's the big one. It's our first league game against Nottingham Forest in actual Donkeys years, and it's going to be an absolute humdinger. It's at the City Ground, so I don't know. I have no idea what to expect from this, but all I know is that we are really forming an incredibly... It's like mixing a music track, and everything's just getting really tight right now, in a good way, but we just need to be a little bit more expressive. We're a little bit too uptight with our play at the moment, and we want to try and change that, but I still think we're on the right track, and I've got a couple more changes that I think might help us in the long run. But honestly, I think we're doing great this year. So, you want to know who this guy is? I talked about him briefly in the last episode. This is Mamacon Oz. I will call him the Wizard of Oz, if he's good. Now, he's 18 years old. He's already rated 3.5 stars. He's been banging them in for Vardar Skopje over in Northern Macedonia. Now, you can look at his goal scoring record. He's got basically a 1-in-2 record, which is actually pretty good on FM because they don't really seem to replicate that very well. He's pretty quick. Great pace, decent acceleration, incredible agility and natural fitness. He's not exactly super short either. His heading isn't great. Dribbling solid, first touch solid, passing technique, work rate off the ball, decisions, he's got good determination. His composure's reasonably good too. Finishing of 11 isn't amazing, but will improve over time because he's only 18 years old, and he will be joining us in January. Now, this is where things take a slight downturn. I think I panicked a little bit with this buy because I saw, awesome regen from obscure country, and you know what happens. My eyes light up and everything just, I get, things happen to me. And I picked him up. Now, he's going to end up costing us around about £1 million in the end with add-ons, and I think that's probably too much because of the compensation we've had to pay, because his contract was up in the summer, and I feel like I probably could have got this deal done way cheaper had I not done that and waited around a little bit. But we had the money, and I wanted to try and bring someone a little bit different in. So, yeah, old Aussie here will be joining us in January to give us a little bit of backup to Tyrese Campbell, or to maybe try him out. You never know. Maybe he gives us something different. Now, I'm not going to talk about this stuff too much because I understand it can be tedious. People talk about things like running and that. However, having seen some pictures from it, it's definitely going on my bucket list. You mentioned a possible Tromsø save. That would be really interesting. They just got relegated this season, and they have Morten Gams Pedersen in their team. I saw that. I looked online and I saw Morten Gams Pedersen there, and I thought, that's brilliant. Got the scarf. Here's what I'm thinking, because I'm hopefully going to be able to start streaming from next Tuesday, hopefully, which is going to be dope. I'm thinking perhaps building a nation with Tromsø. I think that would be kind of a fun one, to be honest, to start with. Because why the hell not, to be honest? So that's what I'm thinking, perhaps. So yeah, that might be the first stream save. Representing Tromsø, I love it. How did the run go? It was alright, in all honesty. I was slower than I was at my last half marathon, but then Arctic, so it's kind of like, one of those things. Foxy did incredibly well though. He did it in like an hour and a half, which was medal. He came like 33rd, whereas I was like 700th or something. And M did amazingly for her first half. Like, that was the first time she'd done a half. She does it in the Arctic Circle. I was super impressed. But all in honesty, it was just fun to run like that. Around the airport, it got very cold because there was a snowstorm coming in at that exact moment. But it was just great fun, in all honesty. It's just a beautiful place, and I actually cannot wait to go back. I was looking at flights the other day. Or like yesterday. I was born in Dewsbury Hospital, and I can tell you, it's definitely not posh. See, a couple of people now have told me that this place is very much not posh, but I've decided that it is, and that's truly what matters, because Kiernan Dewsbury Hall MP for Boopington and Bopperville, I believe it was, has different things to say about that, you know. He's running for re-election. I got sacked from my Morecambe save literally 2 weeks after getting promotion to the Premier League with a 100k a week wage budget because I didn't play enough youngsters. Decided I was retiring from FM20 at that point, and will wait for FM21 to see if they address this bullshit. That is one of the concerns I had when I saw the Club Vision thing initially. It's not happened to me yet, but I do wonder and worry that that might happen if we have to start changing our approach in order to adapt to a different and better league. We can't play that kind of style of football if we get promoted to the Premier League at some point, because we're going to have to be more defensive, and it concerns me that the board might not allow us to do that, and that needs to be looked at a lot from my point of view. Right, that's enough. We've got to talk about games off camera and then get into Forest. I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be dope, no matter what happens. Well, hopefully we win. So, after the arguably good results, really, against Sheffield United and Brentford, I know it was only 2 draws, but we still maintained a real solid base and still look solid at the back, even though we conceded. We beat Barnsley 1-0. We really do look like we've got a little bit about us, but the annoying thing is, again, we created a ton of chances in this game, and it took a penalty in order for us to actually score. Thank God we actually scored it this time. Tyrese Campbell, the hero with the goal. Booty was still solid in the midfield. 3 key passes, only a 6.9 though. Fleming and Duhaney run the show. Duhaney is having the season of his bloody life now. Chances created, key passes for days. He really has just gone, nope, mine, and fine, fair play to the lad. Great win against Barnsley, really needed. And we then back that up with a 2-0 victory over Bristol City, finally starting to show a little bit more like the team that we were. We finally scored 2 goals in the game for the first time in a while, kept it very, very tight at the back, but look at this, Regan Booty again, 5 key passes, 4 chances created, and he got a 9.0. Duhaney again, great on the night as well. McPhee scored himself a goal, which was very, very nice. He slid in at the back post and scored. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall also scored a goal, which is about bloody time. His constituents will be incredibly proud, and I'm incredibly proud of the lad. He wrapped up the one with a 2-0 victory. 2 very unlikely scorers, frankly, in Niall McPhee and KDH, but I'm still extremely happy with that. Bristol City, not a great side, so it stands to reason that they weren't going to do well here, but for us to actually score 2 goals and play as well as we did in terms of chance creation, shots, everything, we really were excellent. And all that leaves us 8th in the league. We're sitting 8th, it's all looking good, we're 2 points above Forest. If we win today, we will move well clear of them, and more importantly, we'd move into 5th place, just above Millwall, if we were to grab the victory. You'll also notice that Regan Booty has now moved into the number 2 slot in the league. He's coming for you. And Cardiff, bit of a dirty bunch it would seem, as it goes. Amazingly, despite our clean sheet record, we've still not got the most on here, but we do have the best defence in the entire division. We've only conceded 8 times this season, which is truly tremendous, but we do have one of the worst going forward records, and I think we've only scored 13 in 13, so not great. Point is though, we're in a tremendous position right now because we've got that game in hand on teams around us, sitting nice and comfortable. We've only lost 2 of our first 13 in the league. We've just not won as many as we normally do. I'm still incredibly pleased right now. We're comfortably going to be staying up this year unless there's a massive injury crisis, so that's fine by me. I don't see us probably bothering the playoffs in the long run, but it doesn't matter because we're still doing well. So we're playing last. It's on TV. It's the late kickoff on Sky. It's going to be great. As for us, we can basically go with the full strength. You'll notice Booty's progression is really starting to go nicely towards the end here. He's back up to 4 stars. I think he'll climb again soon as well. I'm still going to go with that lineup. That seems to be my main lineup because everybody's still happy right now and I'm fine with that. There was some talk about why we aren't rotating the centre-backs. I won't be doing that until such time as I actually need to because these 2 are our best players. I might push Sam Hughes back into defensive midfield where he's performed well, but I can't do it yet because I have that promise attached to him and I need to play him here until he'll sign a new contract, and then I can maybe push him back in there and rest Hermansen out for a little bit because he's not been great this year. But then neither is Ron Coates. He's been particularly poor this season. On the bench, oh no. We want Lonergan there. So we've got Keeble, Fjordhoff Lervik, Dewsbury Hall, Jones, O'Shea, Lely, and Ricky Griffiths. I cannot wait for this. First derby of the save, let's have this. I feel like it's games like this where heroes are made. Booty comes up with a winner. Someone does something amazing. Ron Coates finally scores or assists a goal. You know, things like that. Let us go. Let us see what we can do away at Forest. If we came up with a win on their ground in our first meeting in God knows how long, that would be truly something. Robbie Burton now with the ball at his feet. Not quite. Uh-oh. Already a booking for Dehaney and Carvalho. Oh, and it's hit the post there. No, wait. I think it was a save, actually. Booty. It all finds Brandon Fleming. Oh, and he loves a shot from that kind of angle, but they never quite go in, do they? That's a good ball out, actually. Forest look like they've got some composure about them. Slips it through, Carvalho's in, and it's a great save by McGee again. Lots of shots coming in the opening stages of this game. Goalkeepers, as usual, coming out on top. Loads of space for Tyrese Campbell. It's peeled away. There's a run being made beyond him. Don't know who it's by. It's all the way to the back post for Ron Coates. And it's Hermansen! Oh my God, Egil Hermansen in front of, I don't know, probably in front of the home fans there, over in that corner. Forest 0, Notts County 1. We've got the lead and it's Egil Hermansen. He only scores bangers. Oh my goodness. Ball knocked in here. Ron Coates lays it back to him wonderfully well, and Hermansen's unleashed a Icelandic rocket into the back of the net, and we have the lead. Lovely old job. And Ron Coates has got an assist. Not a single highlight has happened since that goal. Oh, finally, something's actually happening. Yeah, Hermansen has scored 2 goals for us this year, both of which have been absolute rockets. That's just what he does, but what a hero he would be if he came up with the winner today. Hokeda, out on this left-hand side, good block. Christensen. Thiago Silva, blocked and... No, cleared away by Akinola. Well played. Wow. So half-time, it's Forest 0, County 1. Egil Hermansen with a thunderous strike gives us the lead. A very, very tight game at the City ground, but we are leading, and we are so good at the back. You never know. I think we're going to be capable of hanging on, potentially. Also, total side note, we had another youth player poached, this time by Leicester City, a guy called Neil Hansen. He was a centre-back. Now, you can see some grey stars. I don't know if what that overall means, because they're all greyed out. But he had, the potential one was, maxed out, and that worries me that we've just lost an absolutely incredible prospect to Leicester City before we ever saw the light of day. This has certainly not been a brilliant performance, and as you can see, Regan Booty has probably been our worst performing player on the pitch. The day where we really needed him to step up and be a hero for us, he's actually kind of shone away from the limelight, which is a bit of a shame, really. But on the plus side, at least Ron Coates has grabbed an assist, and of course Hermansen with the wonderfulness. Oh, McPhee, bring it down, buddy. Still a long way to go, and I sense this game is going to liven up a bit in the second half, because it's kind of going to have to. Idrissi, he's cut inside the fullback, and he's just allowed all the way through here, and good save by McGee in the end there. Knocked down by Akinola. Niall McPhee. Bit of room for running, perhaps. He's got to look for Ron Coates. He does. Coates' got a man to take on. He's cuts inside here. Coates is all the way through and a good save again. Back for Coates. For Booty on the edge. Go on, Regan! Oh, and he's finally had a great shot there. If that had soared in, that would have been the perfect moment for us to probably seal the game at 2-0. Well, I mean, it's still a very balanced game, and so far, that banger is all that separates the two sides. Duhaney wins it back. Knocked away. Dewsbury Hall now picking it up. Gets the shot away. Oh, God, why are you backing off, lads? I'm concerned about that now. Marinos. Cash. Ball whipped in. Adrissi! Oh, God. You could feel that coming. From the moment that we were backing off of them in the weirdest places. We had a chance to win that ball in the centre of midfield, and the players were just ignoring it for some reason. And Forest have just played the ball out wide, whipped across it. It's a very good header from Idrissi, but we'd be annoyed to concede a header from that kind of distance. It's just a good header, and it's Forest 1, County 1. That's so annoying. Can he find a pass? No, it goes back for McGee. A winner now, though, would... Oh, God, Luke, what are you doing, buddy? Dewsbury Hall. Well picked up, actually. Coates. He's got runners left and right. One of them is Duhaney. He's all the way through. Coates. Oh, go on, get fouled. Duhaney and Dewsbury Hall. Oh, and Fleming has done brilliantly to get that. Can he find a good cross? There's men in the box. Tons of them, in fact. Ball in, and it's Coates. Oh, he can't quite get it turned back across goal. Ron Coates had the chance. Not really, though. It looks like it's going to be another 1-1 draw in a live com. That's our third in a row. And a chance to beat Forest at the City Ground has gone amiss. But I suppose on the night it's probably a fair result and it's going to go out of play there. But there's no such thing as a fair result against Forest. It looks like we're going to come up a little bit short. But still, taking a draw on their patch with a thunderbolt from Hermanson still isn't the worst result in the world. I think... annoyingly, their player got man of the match, but Hermanson, still, great performance from him. Booty did get a bit better in the game, just couldn't quite find his feet the way we would have liked to. That's a harsh one to take, but it's still more points in the right direction. Moving on. Right, we're back. Here's a fun one for you. Sean Dyche was the still Burnley manager, was at the last game watching Ron Coates because they're interested in signing him. I'm not entirely sure what they're interested in currently, given the season he's had for us. I'm content to keep going with him because I do feel like there's an excellent player there, as we've seen in the past. I'm just not entirely sure what's wrong with him currently. Hopefully he'll finally break through. He did at least get the assist in the last game for the goal, so there's that. Today we take on Swansea City at home. Forest still only 2 points behind us. We're still level on points with the playoff spots right now, so it's not the end of the world. We're doing just fine in this league, and with still unbeaten in 7 as well. As for the lineup, we're going to need to rest some players and rotate them around soon-ish, but I think that maybe it's going to be for the next game that's going to need to happen, to be honest. Because right now, Coates, he's actually fairly good on the fitness side of things. It's like, who do we even put in there, really? Baldwin, Ian Saunders, perhaps, but he's just not got the fitness levels right now. So the bench will be Keeble, Lervik, KDH, Jones, O'Shea, Lely, and Ricky Griffiths. Lely's putting in some solid work in training, I believe. Well, no, he's not actually, but he is definitely improving. You can not actually see there, but still getting somewhere, I think. The real strength of our play seems to be home games, so we'll see if that pans out today. But I do think tiredness might catch up with some of them a little bit. Booty does cover more ground than virtually any other player in the league as well, which is really, I think, one of the reasons he gets tireder. But it also means that he gets across so many... just gets and covers everything. I might start putting KDH back in the team again, because Burton's not exactly impressed me. 2 players running down the side here. Fleming is one of them. Can he knock it back inside for someone? He's found Akinola making a run for some reason. Fleming. That extra man might help here. Burton! Coates! Oh, what are they doing? Just take a shot, somebody. Duhaney's in. And he's had a shot and Bender tips it wide. I think Coates just seemed afraid to have a shot there, which is concerning. Maybe his confidence is very, very low. Brandon Fleming has picked up an injury, and the only one we can really put in there is Lervik, and I think it's going to have to be him. They're not looking for the long passes as much as they used to, weirdly. Coates, lots of space for Ron Coates, and a bit of an overlap potentially, and he's just going to burst past the defender. Oh, well, Ron Coates. That's what we like to see, but there's no one there to find it. Coates, and Booty! That's better. Ron Coates is actually showing a bit of composure there. Well, half-time and it's 0-0. We've not done a great deal ourselves, but we've limited Swansea to nothing. 97% pass completion for Duhaney. Booty delivers. And it's headed at goal again by Akinola. We've had some good chances from corners today. Going to try a final 10 minutes on attacking, because quite literally, I don't think there's been any second-half highlights. Bloody hell. I don't think I've seen a game on extended highlights that had so few actual highlights in it. It looks like it's going to be 0-0 at home to Swansea. It's going to be another clean sheet, but yet another draw. And that's the thing. I think next year, all we're going to need to do is start turning some of these draws into wins by scoring a few more goals and keeping ourselves tight at the back. Oh, hello. Oh my God. What a chance that was for Swansea City. That was onside as well. That should have been the winner. Swansea should have just won it at the death. They didn't. Notts County 0, Swansea 0. Not great. I don't think we played that well. Akinola was solid. McPhee was woeful again. I don't know. I just really don't know right now. I mean, I can't complain too much. We're still playing well, up towards the higher end of the league. We're not losing games, but we just need a little bit more attacking impetus. Should have even mentioned this. I turned on to whipped crosses to see if that would make any difference, and I don't think it really has, in all honesty. So that's an interesting one. What else could we try? I think it would probably make more sense to do the Birmingham game next, otherwise there'll be a giant gap in the middle randomly. So we'll come back and do Birmingham City away next. Still a decent chunk off camera. Millwall, QPR, Preston, Sheffield Wednesday, and of course Sunderland in there too. We just need to keep on ploughing away, doing what we do, trying to tweak little things here and there to try and get the best out of some of these players. Maybe moving Sam Hughes further forward again soon could make a difference if we can get him on a new deal. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like, that would be tremendous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as always, hold your gun, Capybara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.